Hey everybody, this is Sean, the Household Gamer, with another lunch break battle report. Today we are seeing Rezzers versus Guild. We have corner deployment. Our strategy is recover evidence, and our schemes are claim jump, hidden martyrs, let them bleed, leave your mark, and runic binding, which no one is ever going to take. Today, I'm fielding Yan Lo. He's bringing with him a Soul Porter, Izamu, Chiaki, Manos, it's my one proxy, a Komainu, and 2 Ashigaru. Sonia Criid is coming to the table with her Purifying Flame, the ubiquitous Pale Rider, Samuel Hopkins, a Witchling Handler, and 3 Witchling Stalkers. I'm playing Yan Lo, and for my schemes, I choose Let Them Bleed, so I can hand out a lot of damage, and Hidden Martyrs, with Chiaki and one of the Ashigaru, and the one is holding a spear over his head, as my targets. We flip for Attacker-Defender, Yan Lo's the attacker, and then we hand out Intel markers. He puts Intel markers on Chiaki, Izamu, the Komainu, and both of the Ashigaru. I hand them out to Samuel, the Witchling Handler, and all 3 Witchling Stalkers. Turn 1 initiative, Yan Lo gets a 3, Sonia's a black joker, Yan Lo is first. Chiaki activates first and takes her bonus action. She toots on the spirit flute and cheats in a mask to move retainers 3 inches, and, most importantly, she gets her trigger to move Manos' upgrade to the Komainu. Now the Komainu has +2 movement and +2 all his flips. He is seriously buffed. She moves her whole crew up, takes 1 AP to move herself, and takes another to focus. The Purifying Flame. AP 1 he moves, second AP moves again. One of the Ashigaru moves, and then moves again. A Witchling Stalker gets +2 movement for being in proximity to the Witchling Handler, and uses it to scoot down the field, moving twice. The Soul Porter takes an AP to Empower Ancestor, which he uses to move Izamu 4 inches, and then moves himself. The second Witchling Stalker moves twice. The second Ashigaru moves twice. At this point, Matt remembers his Arcane Shield. At the start of the turn, everybody gets 1 shielded, so he hands that out. Didn't come into play because nobody took any hits. The final Witchling Stalker has +2 movement for being in proximity. He moves and focuses. The Komainu moves a speedy 7 inches and focuses. The Witchling Handler moves once, and then moves again, but not her full distance. She's playing it cagey. Manos moves twice, and then uses his bonus action to leap and gets a Red Joker! Easy leap. The Pale Rider uses his bonus action, Ride With Me. He drags Sonia and then places her ahead of himself. Sonia's speed 4, she needs the help. He spends an AP to move into the woods. He ignores severe terrain. That is 1 dexterous horse. And then, on a second AP, he shoots at Komainu. 17 to 12, that is a miss. Izamu moves and focuses. Samuel uses his bonus action to creep along. That's move towards a friendly model within line of sight. He moves again just 1 inch to get within range of Izamu, and then shoots Izamu. Izamu has cover, but Samuel still hits with a 17 to 14, and on damage it is a Red Joker. He gets a ricochet. He gets burning. He does 4 damage, which goes down to 2 because of armor, and the ricochet does 1 damage in burning. We got some burning out on the field. Yan Lo. He takes the upgrade that gives him Incorporeal. It also allows any ancestor with an attached upgrade to move equal to the number of upgrades Yan Lo has, so the Komainu gets to move 1 inch. Yan Lo moves. He moves again. He uses his bonus action to instill youth to heal the Komainu. It heals 2 and ends 1 condition on him, so goodbye burning. And then he uses his final AP to walk the treacherous paths. Cheats up to a 7 and teleports to the Komainu. It's time for Sonia. Sonia uses her first AP to cast Flame Burst on Izamu. Izamu spends his focus, but he's still hit, 17 to 14. The 2 damage from the blast goes down to 1. Komainu gets hit as well. Izamu takes burning 2. Komainu takes burning 1. Ouch. She does another Flame Burst. Again on Izamu, 15 to 14, hit. 3 damage and a blast. Izamu takes burning 1. Komainu takes another burning 1. And, for good measure, why not Flame Burst again? Why not? Obviously it's working for you. That's a hit, 13 to 13. Does 3 damage and a blast. Again, just burning all over the place. Then she uses her bonus action to heal and focus the Stalker. Stalker's not damaged, so he just gets focused. End of turn 1. There's no score, but there is a lot of stuff on fire on the battlefield. Sonia really hands out that burning. Turn 2. Yanlo wins initiative, 10 to 7. The Komainu regenerates 2 because he has Manos' upgrade. Spends his first AP moving, and then charges. Hits, 16 to 7. Straight flip. Komainu cheats a weak to a severe. Kills a Witchling Stalker. His demise, he blows up and drops an intel marker. The Pale Rider uses his bonus action to ride with me and chooses to take Samuel along for the ride. Cheats in a 10. Ooh, how's your hand, pal? Moves towards the Komainu, drops Samuel behind him. Takes his first AP to shoot at Izamu. 17 to 10 miss. And then uses his second AP to charge Komainu. The Komainu focuses his defense flip, but still gets hit, 19 to 18. Takes 2 damage, which his armor gets down to 1, but he's also staggered and injured. So much for your extra movement, pal. Chiaki spends her first AP moving, and then casts Dispel Magic, takes the burning condition off of Izamu. She toots on a flute again as her bonus action, and she uses her move to get Izamu back out of there and move the Soul Porter 3 inches. Samuel uses his first AP to move 3 inches towards Izamu, and his second AP to shoot him. Hits him 15 to 15 with a critical trigger, does 2 damage and burning. He discards a card for rapid fire and hits 14 to 8, another 2 damage and burning. Izamu drops an intel marker. Ashigaru spends his first AP moving, second AP moving right up the gut. You want a piece of me? Come on, bring it. Sonia uses her first AP to move towards Izamu, uses her second to cast Flame Burst. That is a 16 to 17 hit. Oh, 5 damage, way more than enough. Kills Izamu straight out. With 2 blasts, the blasts do 4 damage each and burning +1 to Chiaki and Soul Porter. The Soul Porter is dead. Wow, that was a big hit. And then uses her third AP to move. She is just casting a burning swath of destruction wherever she goes. At this point, I need to move the Ashigaru up and kill him with Yanlo to release Izamu again. Ashigaru moves twice, carrying a little statue of Izamu towards Samuel. I wonder what he's going to do. The Witchling Handler uses her bonus action to consolidate power to move a friendly 4 inches towards another friendly, so the Witchling moves towards Ashigaru number 2. Uses her first AP to shoot the Ashigaru. Hits 17 to 17, does 2 damage, which goes down to 1 from armor. Uses her second AP to shoot again. Another tie. 2 damage, goes down to 1 from armor. She's pinging away at him, but these double negative flips are killing her. The Yanlo Bro attaches Flesh Ascendant, which heals anybody with an attached upgrade. Heals the Komainu too. First AP, she turns the Ashigaru into Izamu. This doesn't require a flip or anything, it just happens. Boom! Izamu is back on the table and heals. And Izamu gains the intel token that the Ashigaru was carrying around. On his second AP, he moves. Third AP shoots at the Pale Rider. It is a 16 to 18 willpower duel. Does damage. Does 5 damage and heals the Komainu 2. That's pretty darn good. The Pale Rider spends 2 of his fate tokens to take the damage down to 3. And then Yanlo uses his free action to instill youth and heal the Izamu 2. Izamu is almost all the way healed up. Purifying Flame uses his first AP to move, second AP to move, and then his bonus action to move through people and burn with the Hovering Flame, but he fails that. The freshly raised Izamu, who hasn't activated yet, is not slow or hampered or anything, Uses his first AP to attack and misses. Uses his second AP to flurry and miss. And then uses his third AP to hit 13 to 12. Does 3 damage because of the Arcane Shield, takes only 2 damage. And then uses his Juggernaut to heal himself, discards a card, and flips a 7. Heals full up. The double-focused Witchling Stalker takes a focused shot at the Ashigaru, hits 17 to 6 with the Blaze trigger, does 1 damage and burning 1. Takes another focused shot, hits 10 to 8, does 1 damage. That's enough to get the Ashigaru down to 1, and he drops an Intel token. Manos uses his bonus action to leap, spring. In the notes, this was followed by a little unhappy face. Uses his first AP to move, and then charges. The Pale Rider uses a Soul Stone, hits 16 to 12, but Pale Rider cheats in a red Joker, not having it. Third Witchling Stalker is at speed +2 for being in proximity to the handler. Takes his first AP to move onto an Intel token, and then a second AP to focus. At the end of the turn, Chiaki burns for 1. Komainu burns for 2, but it goes down to 1 because of his armor. Chiaki is suffering. She's at 2 wounds. Can she survive? Ashigaru takes burning 1 and dies. Whoo! So, at the end of the turn, Yanlo reveals Hidden Martyrs and gets a point for schemes. Top of turn 3, Yanlo Soul Stones for 2 cards. Yanlo cheats in a 12 on initiative to beat Sonia. Manos goes first, attacks the Pale Rider. Hits 19 versus 14. He's hard to wound. He flips the Black Joker, but he still pulled off the trigger to give the Pale Rider Adversary Ancestor. Even though he didn't do any damage because of the Black Joker, he still gets that trigger off. Attacks again, hits 17 to 14, but the Pale Rider cheats in a 13 to win the duel. He does not want to go down. The Pale Rider uses his bonus action to revel in conflict. He throws away 4 fate tokens to damage 2 enemies within 6 inches and give them burning 1. And friendlies heal 2. Gosh. Uses his first AP to smack the Komainu. 15 to 15 hit. Deals 2 damage, which goes down to 1 from armor. Uses his second AP to smack the Komainu. Red Joker! 20 to 13 hit. Does 2 damage, but the Komainu is hard to kill. Not going down without a fight. Izamu uses his first AP to attack Samuel. That is another tie. A lot of tie attacks this game. 13 to 13. Hits the adversary trigger. Does moderate damage, 4. Goes down to 3 because of Arcane Shield. Izamu discards a card for Flurry. 16 to 15 hit. Does weak, 3 damage. He does Heroic Intervention, which pushes friendlies away from an enemy and pushes himself up towards the enemy and attacks it. So he pushes the Komainu away, so the Komainu is sitting on the intel marker, and then attacks the Pale Rider. 16 to 18, straight flip, and Red Joker! 6 damage. Kills the Pale Rider. Ooh, bad vibes all around. Matt was not happy about that, I'll tell you that. Sonia Criid, looking for revenge, uses her first AP to move 4 inches, and then uses her Flame Burst on Chiaki. She uses a Soul Stone for a plus flip and hits 12 to 8. Does 3 damage in a blast and kills Chiaki. Ooh, say it ain't so. Oh, that means that I cannot score Hidden Martyrs because my other target is dead. Oh well. Dashed hopes. Dashed, I say. And then she uses her bonus action to set up a Smoldering Soul, which is a 3-inch bubble of hazardous terrain. I throw a pass token. The Witchling Stalker spends 1 AP to interact with the Intel token. Spends another AP to lay a scheme marker. Yanlo attaches Bone Ascendant, which allows a friendly undead model within line of sight to take an attack action. Izamu uses his free attack to attack Samuel, but Samuel cheats out of it. Yanlo uses his first AP to shoot at Samuel, who uses a Soul Stone for defense, and misses. Uses his second AP to attack again, another tie hit. 3 damage, plus 1 because Yanlo has 3 upgrades now, for 4 total. Samuel uses a Soul Stone to take 2 less damage, and Yanlo's got the trigger to heal Izamu 1. Yanlo shoots again. 16 versus 17. Samuel lives, beats it by 1 point. Then Yanlo tries to do his bonus action to heal Izamu again and fails. Samuel is fighting for dear life here, uses his first AP to bash Izamu, hits 18 to 8, and gets a plus flip because of burning. Does 2 damage, which goes down to 1 from armor. Smashes Azamu again. 16 to 12 hit. Straight flip. 2 damage down to 1 from armor. The Komainu regenerates, interacts to pick up an intel marker, and then moves 7 inches. The Purifying Flame spends an AP to move. Spends an AP to move again. And uses his bonus action to move again. He is one speedy little burdened skeleton. The Witchling Handler spends 1 AP to move, 2nd AP to charge Komainu, misses 14 to 18. Witchling Stalker moves twice. The end of turn 3, I am looking forward to getting a lot of pass tokens next turn. Yan Lo takes 1 point from the strategy for picking up an intel marker, but no schemes. Sonia reveals Leave Your Mark. That's what that scheme token was for, and gets 1 point from a strat. The end of the turn, Yan Lo has a total of 2 points. Sonia has 2 points. Tied game going into turn 4. Turn 4, Yan Lo Soulstone for cards. Yan Lo gets 2 pass tokens and wins initiative 11 to 6. Azamu starts off the party by attacking Samuel. Hits him 14 to 13 for 3 damage, killing him, dropping an intel marker. Spends a 2nd AP moving, and then a bonus to Juggernaut, heals himself 1. The Purifying Flame interacts with the intel token, takes it up, there's another point for Matt, and then moves to the next intel token. I throw a pass token. Sonia casts Flame Burst at Azamu. Another tie, 17 to 17, but she gets a double blaze trigger. 2 damage and 2 burning. Youch! Does Flame Burst again, misses 13 to 16. 3rd AP, she drops a scheme marker, and then tries to use her bonus to throw up hazardous terrain, but fails. Gonna let that go. Mr. Manos spends an AP to move, spends a 2nd AP to interact, picking up a strat token, and tries to bonus leap, cheats in what he needed, and places right next to Sonia. Witchling Stalker, 1 AP move, 2nd AP schemes. The Komainu tries to pounce on chest. Alright, we're going to have to watch the tape on this one. Looks like, according to the notes, jumps on chest, injured, and moves into base to base. 2 damage, 2nd AP, attacks 5 damage. The handler died and dropped an intel token. The Komainu tore them up somehow. Witchling Stalker spends an AP moving into the forest, and then focuses. Yan Lo attaches Ash Ascendant. Uses a bonus action to heal Azamu, but Black Joker, sorry, no healing for you. Uses 1 AP to move, a 2nd AP to move, and then uses 3rd AP to shoot into cover. Adds a Soulstone for the plus flip. It's 11 to 12, but he cheats to a 19 to do weak damage. At the end of the turn, Yan Lo gets 1 strat, Sonia gets 1 strat. Sonia reveals Hidden Martyrs with the handler as a target. At the end of the turn total, Yan Lo's at 3, Sonia's at 4. Sonia's up 1. All right, this is going to be a tight turn 5. Beginning of turn 5, Yan Lo Soulstone for cards. Sonia wins initiative. The Purifying Flame spends a 1st AP interacting with a strat token to pick up that point. 2nd AP, move 5 inches, and then does a bonus action to do that floating move but fails. Yan Lo attaches his last upgrade and takes a free shot at Sonia. After all the cheating, he's doing a weak hit, 3 damage, down to 2 for Arcane Shield, but he gets his My Loyal Servant trigger, so he heals Azamu for 2. Spends his 2nd AP moving, sends his 3rd AP shooting the Stalker who's in cover, does weak damage, 3 to the Stalker. The Stalker spends 1 AP to charge the Komainu. Another tie, 16 to 16 hit, and kills off the Komainu. Man, you had a good run. That was pretty darn good. Manos throws a stone to get a mask so he can definitely leap, and then charges the Witchling Stalker. 18 to 15, 3 damage. Attacks again, 10 versus 11, but Yan Lo cheats in. Dead Stalker. Kaboom! Sonia uses her 1st AP to cast Flame Burst at Azamu and misses, 15 to 7. Does another Flame Burst and uses a Soulstone for a plus. 18 to 12 hit, does 5 damage. Good lord. Armor brings it down to 3, burning 1. Another Flame Burst, Soulstone for plus. 3 damage on Azamu, down to 1 from armor and burning. And then sets up her hazardous terrain bubble. Azamu does 1 AP to move and takes 1 damage from burning. Uses his Juggernaut to heal 1. Stalker passes. We're pretty much done here. At the end of the turn, Yan Lo gets 0 for the strat, but scores 1 point for Let 'em Bleed, because everybody's a little damaged. Sonia scores 1 for the strat, and her final scheme point for Leave Your Mark, for a total of 4 to 6. This wound up being a pretty good game. You got to take Yanlo out early or you're not going to take him out at all. I really enjoy bringing Izamu back for a whole nother round of APs after he's died in one turn. I wind up with a pretty small crew, but it's worth it to have that guy bashing on you twice in a row. Absolutely love putting an upgrade on the Komainu so he can just speed around and get plus on all his flips. Sonia, as always, is a powerhouse, and once she starts dealing out that burning and those blasts, one good blast damage and your crew is just decimated from Sonia. So watch out for burning. Make sure if you're facing somebody you think is going to bring Sonia, make sure you bring something that ends conditions. If I hadn't lost Chiaki so early, I might have done better. I definitely would have done better on scoring my schemes. But that was a pretty even game all around. I didn't think we knew who was going to win until turn 5. Thanks for watching. Continue watching Household Gamer. And, happy Malifauxing.